This video is going to be a quick overview of 8x8's number masking service. This diagram shows a very common use case for number masking, which is a courier who is delivering something on behalf of a bank to a bank's customer. Now, the idea here is the courier and the bank customer will never know each other's real numbers. And one way to achieve that is using virtual numbers. So the courier is going to call a virtual number, and the customer is going to receive a call from a virtual number as well. Sitting in the middle of this is the 8x8 voice platform. It integrates with an API server, which can be built by either the bank or the courier company. The responsibility of that API server is to respond with the actual numbers of the customer and the virtual number to place the outbound call with. So let's go ahead and see this in action. On the left side of the screen, I have an example API server which the courier or the bank will build and maintain. When a call is placed, the 8x8 voice platform will send a webhook to the API server, and it will be expecting a response from the API server. The API server should respond with two pieces of information. What is the customer's real number that it should connect to, and also the virtual number to use. Now in the middle of the screen, this is the courier's phone, which is going to be calling an 8x8 virtual number. On the left side of the screen, you can see the API server responding to the 8x8 webhook. It's telling it the actual customer number and also the virtual number to place a call with. On the right, we can see the customer's phone, and we can see the number that is calling it, which is a virtual number. The call is now connected between the courier and the customer, and they can talk freely without exposing their real phone numbers. And here's a quick overview of the code. First, we ensure that the webhook we receive from 8x8 is the correct type. This should be a voice call action webhook. Afterwards, we pull the source and the destination of the call. In our example, the source should be the courier placing the call, and the destination should be the virtual number that they called. Afterwards, we retrieve the mapping from the database. This assumes that you created a table in your database with a mapping between the virtual numbers and the customer and courier numbers. The lookup function should return two things, the customer phone number and the virtual number to call them with. And finally, we create this JSON object which tells 8x8 to connect the call to the customer number using a virtual number. At this point, 8x8's voice platform takes care of the rest and connects the call. The calls are masked, with the courier and the customer only seeing 8x8 virtual numbers. Finally, let's take a look at how virtual numbers can be assigned to the customer and the courier. This row represents a single courier and customer pair. It also stores which virtual numbers the courier should make an outbound call to and the customer should receive a call from. This type of information should be stored in the API server that the bank or the courier company builds, and it'll be used to return to the 8x8 voice platform what virtual numbers are associated with which customer and courier. When a new customer is added to this list, they can have their own set of virtual number mappings. How virtual numbers are assigned and the total amount of virtual numbers used may depend on each use case, and this shows just one possible option. Zooming out to the big picture, this video gives us an idea of what role the 8x8 voice platform, the API server that the bank or courier builds, and the courier and the bank customer play during number masking.